Brooklyn Independent Television.
This week on In the Zone, we are locked and loaded from CCNY Nat Holman Gymnasium. I have Zach Ikovich, Executive Director of the CUNY Athletic Conference on hand. Also, we'll have a look at the Battle of Brooklyn between LIU and St. Francis, and a team on the move, the Brooklyn College Bulldogs. All of that and more on In the Zone. We're here at CCNY, City College of New York, Nat Holman Gymnasium, and joining me is John Elisi, assistant head men's basketball coach at Baruch College. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
And you're a Brooklyn guy, right?
I'm a Brooklyn guy, born in Brooklyn, went to high school in Brooklyn, so got some Brooklyn roots.
And high school you attended?
I went to Savarian High School.
And who's your father?
Jack Elisi, longtime coach.
Tell us about your background in basketball, as far as when you got started.
Sure, obviously growing up in a basketball household, it's kind of in your blood, and you're kind of thrown into it at a young age. Went to high school, played for my dad at Savarian. Was fortunate enough to continue my career at Baruch College as a player. Was afforded the opportunity by Ray Rankis, and had a real good career there, and kind of kick-started me into coaching. Just really had a love for the game.
Was it difficult to play for your father in high school?
No, not for me.
What year?
I graduated in 1999 from Savarian. For me, it wasn't difficult. You always get the things, you're only playing because your dad's the coach, and you're going to get the people that say stuff like that. But I think, when it comes down to, people recognize that I was putting the time in, I put the work in, and everything I had, made me better having played for him, because I had to earn everything. And sometimes, I had to earn it even a little more because of the fact that he was my coach and my father.
As far as also attending, you went to Baruch also?
Yes.
And what was it like also playing at Baruch? Because I'm pretty sure you had a number of offers. Why did you attend Baruch?
I attended Baruch for the academics first and foremost. Really, when I looked at my options, I felt that going to Baruch College was going to give me the best chance to get the education that I wanted, and I felt it was comparable to an Ivy League education. So, I kind of knew I wanted to stay in the sport and make that kind of my career, but at the same time, I wanted to make sure I went to the school that was going to be able to open the doors for me. The most doors for me, in my future.
At the high school level, some of your competition during that time?
Sure, we played, in the Catholic High School AA League, which is considered by many the most talented and the best high school league in the country. And Tuesday night we'd be playing Christ the King, and Friday night we'd be playing Bishop Laughlin and Archbishop Malloy and Holy Cross. So really, you were challenged every night, and you had to bring your A game, and for me, it really just prepared me for the next level.
John, also during that year, what were those years, 90 to what?
Those years, 96 to 99 when I was in high school.
So that was a pretty competitive year.
Yes.
So also at the public school level too.
Yes.
Now you're here, you're assistant coach. How long have you been assistant men's coach?
I've been back at Baruch now this is my first season back as the associate head coach. Last season I was the head coach at Hunter College. Prior to that, I had spent some time at the Division I level, 4 years at Manhattan College, working under Coach Barry Rorson. Prior to that, I spent a year at the University of Pittsburgh for Coach Jamie Dixon, and really just took a lot from everybody, and it's kind of led me back to where I am. But I'm happy to be back at Baruch working for Ray Rankis. It's kind of been full circle for me, and really very proud of where I am right now.
It's 2012. It's tournament time at CCNY. How does it feel? Bring back any memories of when you used to play?
It brings back a lot of memories. We were talking on the way here. I've played Staten Island twice in the semifinals when I was a player, and both were
Matty White was the coach then?
Matty White was the assistant coach. Tony was still the head coach. But, two great games, and we're hoping for another great one. They're a great team. They've earned the top seed in the tournament, and, we're going to come out here, give them our best shot, and hopefully come away with the win.
What are your thoughts about Division III basketball also at this level?
I love it. I've spent time at a lot of levels, a lot of different levels on the Division I level, but to me, Division III basketball is really the most pure basketball you're going to find at the college level. You're not dealing with scholarship players. You're dealing with people who want to do it and want to put the time in and want to put the work in. A lot of the kids that we've had Even back when I was a player, you know, they're working full-time jobs, they have families, they have full course loads, and they're still, you know, with all that going on in their lives, they still, you know, find the time for the game. And it's really just because it's, you know, they love to do it.
Well, John, I want to wish you good luck.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Tell your father I said hello.
Will do. Thanks a lot.
I'll be back with more. But before we go, also, we're going to look into the Battle of Brooklyn, where LIU and St. Francis played at Madison Square Garden.
We always had tough games with LIU, and you know they're in the you know, the cheesecake area, and we're in the hamburger area downtown Brooklyn.
We in the Garden, you know what I mean? Once in a lifetime opportunity, nothing like being in the Garden.
You know, it's great. It's been going on for years, and it's just guys playing in the playground, but now we're playing at Madison Square Garden tonight.
LIU, baby, Fort Greene, baby, all day, every day. All day, every day.
St. Francis gonna win, ASAP. ASAP, we gonna win.
SFC was made to win this game.
Yeah, we're gonna win. No ifs, ands, or buts.
LIU, baby. You know what I mean? LIU. That's how we doing it up in here.
I guess it will be the last game played here because we're going to be in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center, you know, with LIU and St. Francis College, and we have a couple of main teams coming in next year, so it'll be a lot of fun.
Pretty close game, type of game that I came to enjoy.
Coach Pursue again, Medgar Evers College, men's basketball. Now we're going to introduce our rip-through drill. We use chairs to simulate defenders. We want to rip by the defender low and quick. The chair simulating a defender. We want to get our shoulder past the chair and create momentum going to the basket and close out right off the side of the chair with our shoulder, simulating the defender so the defender can't catch up and he doesn't have space to get back and bother the shot. This is our closeout drill. All right, if you notice, everybody is ripping through nice and low and hard, pushing off, right off the chair. The chair being the defender, they're going right off the edge of the chair, simulating the defender. All right, if they leave too much room when they go off the chair, they give the defender a chance to catch up and contest the shot. We want to get right off the side of the chair as a defender, put ourselves in a position where if the defender wants to contest, they have to come through our back and foul us. All right, this is our rip through and go drill. All the guys are getting nice and low, ripping through right off the chair. All right, penetrate, kick, rip through off the chair, pull up. All right, and it keeps going. We rebound, we put it in. Next guy we go, rip through the chair, nice and low, right off the side of the chair, right off the side of the chair. All right, nice and low, right off the side of the chair so the defender cannot catch up. All right, Right off the side of the chair, nice and low, rip through. We rip it through, we go. Good. We rip it through, we go. Nice balance on the pull-up jumper. Good. All right. Rip it through low, kick. Rip it through low, kick. Rip it through low, kick. Rip it through low. Nice balance on the pull-up jumper. Shot. All right. Good. Rip it through low, right off the chair. Rip it through low, right off the chair. Rip it through low, right off the chair. Rip it through low, pull-up, jumper. Good. All right. We want to balance ourselves, nice and low, balance ourselves. Come to a stop, ready to shoot or pass. All right, they come off the chair, under control, ready to shoot or pass. Good. Nice bounce. This has been Chris Pursuit, the men's basketball head coach at Medgar Evers College. We thank you for joining our skills and drill this week, and we look forward to the next time. We're back here at Nat Holman Gymnasium, home of City College of New York, and joining me is the Executive Director of the CUNY Athletic Conference, Zach Ikovich. Matter of fact, the basketball championships are taking place, right?
Sure are.
And how's it going so far this year, basketball-wise?
Awesome. We had phenomenal quarterfinals. We had a couple of exciting games on both sides. We had 2 upsets on the men's side, and tonight those 2 teams, York and Medgar Evers, are going to square off. 2 overtime games, 1 game that went down to the wire. So this year has been extremely pleasant from that standpoint. We've had 7, 8 deep, strong teams, not just in conference but out of conference. And so when we have Staten Island, who's been ranked 1 or 2 in the region the entire year. So we're really excited by the entire year.
In terms of junior college also, you recently had junior college championships.
Bronx Community College has been ranked in the top 10 all year. They've really stepped it up. Bronx and Hostos, couldn't have given us a better game. Bronx won 62-59. Brooklyn's own Claude Blue was the MVP with 23 points and 19 rebounds. Great story in itself. The basketball in CUNY is really stepping it up in a major way, and we're really excited for it.
Now, in terms of junior college, Hostos has been one of the top junior college programs in the country.
Yeah, they won the national title in 2005 and been strong ever since. And, when somebody achieves a level of success like that, then everybody else wants to step up and beat them. So that's making it a really exciting time in conference, because now everyone else realizes that they need to step up to beat the best.
In terms of women's basketball, how's that looking also?
Women's basketball has been a Baruch Invitational the last couple of years. They've won a few in a row, but this year Brooklyn College has really stepped up. They went undefeated in the league for the first time ever for Brooklyn College at 11-0. Coach Alex Lang has done a phenomenal job of not just building a solid core of starters, but a really deep bench. And that's really shown to be tremendously good for their program, because they just ran the table the whole year. 19-6 record, 20-6 record now, leading into the semifinals tomorrow.
Now, Kingsborough Community College recently won the women's basketball championship in CUNY. For the junior colleges.
Absolutely. Their first one ever, as a matter of fact. Renetta Copeland has done a great job. It's kind of a thing where you see teams succeeding and you got to step up to beat them. Queensborough for a long time was the women's powerhouse in junior college basketball. 4 years in a row they won the CUNY championship. But Kingsborough is stepping up to the plate. It's kind of a thing where you see teams where they are regionally and nationally, and you have to reach their level and exceed it to beat them. And we're excited that all the other teams are doing that, both at the junior and senior college level.
Now, we're here at City College of New York. We're here in Harlem, basically. What is the possibility of this championship, this tournament, being held in Brooklyn next year?
Interesting. Very good possibility. Our goal has always been to go from the rotation from campus to campus to come to City College, which is our biggest gymnasium. And as you can see, they've done a phenomenal job of hosting us last couple of years. But our goal has always been to go to the major league arena. And we've actually met with both entities and trying to see what works schedule-wise and where we could fit in. But Barclays Center is a strong possibility for us. And we expect within the next year or two that we will be making a move from CCNY, the finals, to potentially Barclays Arena, we hope.
Now, the winner of this championship tournament, where will they go?
They're going to the NCAA Division III tournament. From the junior college side, they go into the regional playoffs, which start next week. Bronx and Hostos are the 2 and 3 seeds, so we see enormous potential for them to go far to the national tournament. Obviously here, the men's and the women's winner goes to the NCAA Division III tournament. So we'll see. We hope that they make some noise this year.
Thanks, Zach. Recently, Brooklyn College, a team on the move, was upset, but there's still hopes in the future.
We're going to go defense now for the next couple of drills. We're going to go pressure force contain once around, and then we're going to do tip 2. All right? So let's make sure we get in gear because we haven't played defense in 2 days, obviously with the tape session. So let's make sure we take care of that. All right? Pair off. All right? Coach share on one side, Coach Baptiste on the other. All right, on 3 defenses to call. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Defense! Let's go. I love the program. I mean, I'm a Brooklyn Bulldog through and through. I mean, I've coached here so long, we didn't have a mascot name. And now I've been a Brooklyn Bridge, and now I'm a Brooklyn Bulldog, and I'm proud of it. Well, this is my 18th season here. The school had no team here from 1992 to 1994. It was a Division I program. Actually, it was a Division III until 1981-82. In 1981-82, they went to the Division III Final Four. I think that they're still the only CUNY school that ever did that. And that was the year they didn't win the CUNY championship. They went as an at-large team. In those days, there weren't as many teams, around that got to go to the NCAA tournament. So I said to myself, gee, I grew up in Brooklyn. How neat it would be if they ever start up a program again. I could be the coach. So in 1994, I'd heard that the program was considering starting up, that they would start from scratch as a club team and then build their way back up and hopefully be an NCAA Division III team. So I applied for the position, and I had a lot of good contacts in college coaching. I guess they called here on my behalf, and I got the job.
My coach, he's kind of like a father figure to a lot of us. He's a very down-to-earth person, keeps it real, keeps it 100 all the time. Whenever he feels that there's need for improvement, he will let you know. He will not try to come at you and tell you some other stuff.
Two teams on defense at the same time.
He's very cool. I love him.
Still going to stay on defense.
Not only as a person, but as a coach.
That's it, J-Mo. Good. Good job.
Getting my 200th win was special because when you've been with a program from the start and you know all the struggles you went through to hang up the rims, pick your first team where you had no chance to recruit. I got the job in mid-July. My first team was a club team, which means we could not have a postseason. The following years, we were ECAC eligible, but not CUNY eligible because we had to wait until we were full-fledged members of the NCAA again. So, knowing those struggles that you had to, you had to recruit kids to come in and buy into the idea they were helping grow something new and exciting that had not been here for years because, it'd been years since it had been a Division III program. And since it wasn't a successful Division I, any winning we did was much appreciated, by the students here. And so to get the 200th win and to be able to say that I've been here long enough to win 200 games and to have had great players that realize how hard it is to win 200 games in any career or in any lifetime, it meant a lot. It meant a lot for not only my current players, but even those pioneers back in 94, 95, 96, who helped me mold that first group of kids that played on those first couple teams.
Playing on this team has enhanced my college career pretty much by the belief of Coach P that he has in me. Because he believes in me, it allows me to do what I do on the court. Some coaches will, have you on a leash. If you miss, they'll pull you. Coach P believes in his players. He believes that if you miss the first 2, you're going to make that third one. So playing here, I think it's definitely been beneficial for my college career if I went anywhere else because Coach P's belief in me has actually made me better as a player because I know that I have somebody coaching me that believes in me. Scoring 1,000 points, it felt great. I was actually in the top 20 in Brooklyn College history with 1,000 points, and you know what? It was just telling me I accomplished a lot, accomplished my goals, and I'm kind of right there with a lot of the elite players. My 1,000th point, it was very good for my career. I was looking forward to it the whole time, but once it came, like I said, I just wanted to get it over with, because the moment when you get to 1,000, they stop it. It's like a timeout. But once I got it, I was looking forward to it the night before, but after, I just wanted to continue the game. But it's definitely a big part of my career, getting that 1,000 point. You know, my first 2 years, probably I had about 350. So, you know, I really didn't think I was going to get to 1,000, but the last 2 years, my scoring pace was very high, so I actually got it, and it's good for me.
I want to thank my players. I mean, I love my team. I love my players, every single one of them. They come every day to work. They work real hard. They don't take nights off. They don't take possessions off. And that's the beauty of coaching them. They come to practice. You tell them to do this. They do it. They work hard at it. They ask questions. As a teacher, it's the greatest feeling in the world when you know your kids are asking questions, because it tells you they're engaged. And when they're engaged, that's when you know you have a good team.
We're back here at Nat Holman Gymnasium, and joining me is CUNY Executive Director Zach Ikovic. Zach, what are some of the things as far as CUNY has plans for this fall?
From this fall, we did a lot of stuff with upgrading our championships. Women's volleyball has always been strong. Our volleyball programs are very strong, both on the men's and women's side. Men's and women's soccer has really stepped up. This fall, for the first time ever, we're going to have 7 women's soccer programs, and we're going to have a winner go to the NCAAs as a result. So that's going to be a really nice feather in our cap. We just did that same thing with our men's volleyball program. So it's really about improving everything that we do. This coming spring, we're doing our baseball championship at MCU. We have our tennis championships at the National Tennis Center like we do every year. And our men's tennis is very strong. And then our track and field championships are at Icon Stadium. So we're really trying to make give our student athletes a great experience at some of the best venues in New York City.
Now, speaking of experience, it's quite an experience for some of your athletes during a goodwill tour, right, in New Orleans.
Absolutely. Ironically enough, 2 of the basketball players out of that trip are Mickey Abatiello from Baruch College and Herschel Jenkins from the College of Staten Island. And the 2 of them are squaring off tonight in the men's semifinals. But those 2 young men were part of a group that went down to New Orleans this past summer to do some rebuilding and helping the folks of New Orleans recover from Hurricane Katrina. So it was a phenomenal 10 days of work. But as you can see, in addition to giving back, they're back to helping their teams reach new levels athletically.
Now, the Olympics are coming, 2012 Olympics are coming up this year. You also have some involvement from what I got?
I hope so. I've been involved with NBC Sports the past 5 Olympics since the '92 Barcelona Games. I expect to be involved again. If not this year, my long-term goal is to work for the International Olympic Committee and be involved in organizing the Olympic Games.
Has any of that influence come back towards CUNY athletics?
Without a doubt, without a doubt. I think that everywhere you go and every single day you learn something, how it could impact our student athletes in a better way, and we bring that back and try to give them that experience. That's why I think we run the best Division III tournaments in the country, because my staff and I really take it upon ourselves each and every year to run a better program for our students. So we give them the best experience that we can with the phenomenal facilities that this city has to offer, but also with some of our corporate partners and resources that we bring to the table in order to make the championships the best they can be. Now,
you recently had an update on one of your corporate sponsors also, right?
Well, we do. MCU has been with us. They've been phenomenal. Applebee's has been new since a year ago. They've been phenomenal, and now we've added U.S. Army ROTC, and they've really been stepping it up and helping us. So all these folks that come to the table really help us do our job, and all that sponsorship dollars that we bring to the table goes back into the programs and to the students that we serve. So they've been priceless.
In terms of track and field also, how are things looking for track and field this spring?
Unbelievable. I mean, last year we had Kingsborough, for example, had 15 All-Americans. Just out of one program that had 15 All-Americans. Dave Luby has done a phenomenal job at Kingsborough. Queensborough is also solid. Bronx has been solid. CCNY and Lehman on the senior college side have been really good. Hunter's distance runners. So our track and field has been by far the most decorated sport in the conference in the past 10 years.
Any chance of football coming on board?
No. It just brings up a lot of different issues when you talk about football, mainly the facilities. We struggle with New York City and being confined without having outdoor space. It really handcuffs you when you want to expand. We have struggled adding baseball and women's soccer programs as a result. We made some breakthroughs with that last couple of years, but football is a different animal in terms of level of commitment, the dollars spent, and then also the Title IX, because 60% of females, 60% of our students are female. And in order for us to do anything with football, you have to give equal opportunities to women. So therefore, for every 100 football players, you need to add 4 or 5 women's teams in order to satisfy the Title IX requirement of giving women an equal opportunity. And that's where it would be very difficult for us to add football.
So you have to balance things out.
You do. And the fact that we have 60% of our students as female makes it even more difficult to balance that out.
All right, well, Zach, thanks for coming on. You're always welcome here.
Thank you for coming to the CCNY Nat Holman Gymnasium. Appreciate it.
From Nat Holman Gymnasium in Harlem, I'm Michael Bellamy. Take care and have a safe week. Bye-bye.
Watch this and other Brooklyn Independent Television episodes online at breakartsmedia.org/BIT.